My goal for thumbs up on the video is 52. My goal for subscribers to the channel is 2,000 by UFC 200. With your help, I think I can get there. This fight is extremely close, and in order to pick a guy to win, I had to really dive into the depths of the matchup. Where they differ is Rory MacDonald has more fights, more fight experience. He's been to championship rounds. He also trains at a better camp, and I think that overall he's the more well-rounded mixed martial artist. Both guys are listed as orthodox fighters, but Stephen Thompson switches stances a bunch. He came out in a southpaw stance against Johnny Big Rig Hendricks, and where he differs a lot from Rory MacDonald is in his striking dynamism and his striking accuracy. This guy is probably second to none in both of those categories, maybe just second in striking accuracy to a couple of guys throughout UFC history. Now, how they're going to be matched up here. A lot of people are going to be saying that Rory MacDonald is coming off of that war with Robbie Lawler, and they might be questioning his resolve or his will to fight because maybe he quit in the 5th round. He didn't get TKO'd from his brain sloshing around in his skull. He quit because of pain. He broke his nose in the 2nd round. Robbie Lawler hit it so many times that he had a shockwave of pain fly through his head, and he couldn't take it anymore, and he just kind of went down. But if you look at the iconic photo from the end of round number 4, that right there should tell you enough about Rory MacDonald's will to fight and his toughness. Wow, what a photo. But one thing that I'm going to negate myself with is recently Rory has been in contract negotiations with UFC. He's unable to come to terms, and he expects to be a free agent after this fight with Wonderboy. He said that he no longer wants to fight for $50,000 or whatever. Now that's great. He's being a real business savvy guy, and we should applaud him for that. But one reason we could be picking against him in this battle is because maybe his mind isn't purely on the fight. I don't know for sure, but some more reasons why we could pick against Rory MacDonald is that, just like I said, Wonderboy has an advantage in the striking department, and it is a huge advantage. I'm not saying that Rory's striking is bland, but compared to Wonderboy's, it is pretty ordinary. I mentioned the switching of stances from Wonderboy. Not only does he use that to throw different techniques, like from the southpaw stance against Johnny Hendricks, he threw a couple of front leg whip kicks to Johnny's face. A lot of times he'll be switching stances back and forth, and you think that he's just like switching from southpaw to orthodox when he's actually throwing a spinning technique. A lot of guys load up their hips, and you can really see that they're going to be throwing a spinning technique. But Wonderboy disguises it with how much he switches his stances. He thinks he's just going back, and then here comes a spinning back kick to the body, or here comes a spinning heel right to your face. It's incredible how confusing this guy can be in his striking attack. He also fights really long, just like Rory, and Rory is used to kind of fighting off that jab like a lot of tri-star fighters are. And in the past, against like Tarek Saffiedine, I know that he TKO'd him, but he did have a little bit of trouble when he was unable to land his jab or unable to get his jab going. I think that Wonderboy is going to be able to take that away from him. Rory might go for a takedown. Wonderboy showed some pretty darn good takedown defense against Johnny Big Rig Hendricks. Despite Thompson being criticized in the past for his takedown defense, that's basically how he lost to Matt Brown. But against Big Rig, Johnny had him up against the fence, had both of his feet off the ground, and Wonderboy was able to defend against the takedown with just a hand on the mat. His takedown defense, at least against the cage, was pretty great. Rory is good with his takedowns in space. He at least got one on Robbie Lawler, and he's done it a few times in the past. So we're going to be having to look at, can Wonderboy defend an open space takedown from the Red King? And I think that he's going to be able to do just fine with that. He's going to frustrate Rory because Rory can't get that jab going. Rory could go to look to take this thing to the ground, going to get defended against. And then Robbie Lawler confused Rory a little bit on the feet. I think that Stephen Thompson is going to be able to easily confuse him on the feet. And I see Wonderboy getting a victory in round number 3, a KO or a TKO. The reason I'm going the 3rd round rather than early on is I know that Wonderboy TKO'd Big Rig in round number 1, but Johnny just kind of ran at him with his face just right out there. Rory is not going to do that. He does fight at a distance really well, and like I said, that picture from the 4th round against Robbie Lawler shows that he is really tough. But no matter how tough he is, I still think that Wonderboy is going to be able to finish him in round number 3. But guys, this is the craziest sport in the world for a reason. Look, Michael Bisping just won the middleweight championship of the world. That is mind-boggling. So what I'm saying is Rory could win this fight. I'm not saying it can't happen. This is just my pick. I'm picking Wonderboy Thompson, KO or TKO in round number 3. Tell me who you're picking in the comment section down below. Once again, give the video a thumbs up. My goal is 52, and I'll see you on my next video. Namaste.